It's the end of the month again, and you've just spent most of the week creating reports, merging data, creating pivot tables, calculating averages, and generating charts and graphs. All of this effort just to answer 3 questions. How did we go this month? Are our results moving up or down, forward or backward? And where should we focus for immediate improvement or to avoid risk? Well, from now on, you can sit back and relax, because the new Cherwell SnapShot map from Service Quality does all the heavy lifting for you. Working seamlessly and silently in the background, this innovative metric engine delivers powerful trending data that shows your current performance, past performance, as well as trends to help you strategically plan to ensure ongoing future performance. And wait for it, you don't have to wait a month. It's available on a daily basis. Now, it's common knowledge that you can't manage what you can't measure. The Snapshot map is a powerful tool to elevate leaders from a tactical mindset to a strategic mindset. What if you could make an adjustment one day and see an immediate change the next day? We'll show you exactly how to do this. And the first place to focus on is where most of the demand occurs, and in turn where the biggest impact to the customer experience is, and that is the service desk. When it comes to measuring the performance of the service desk, you can only really measure when a support record was started and when it was finished. But once you get beyond the finish date and try to look retrospectively to measure and plot the days when the support record was actually open, unless you're Einstein, it's almost impossible. Let me explain. In the typical support organisation, the previous day's backlog of unresolved support requests, often referred to as work in progress or WIP, always carry over to the next day. Now, this may seem obvious, but the next day comes with its own demands for new support requests, and demands to resolve as many of these new support requests as possible, in addition to the older WIP records currently in the backlog. As I've mentioned earlier, on any given day or single point of time, you can only really capture when a support request was created and when it was resolved. So if a support record is raised on the Monday and closed on the Friday, it's easy to run a report on the creation date and the resolution date. But it's not that easy to run a report displaying if the support record was in the work in progress status on a specific day. To achieve this, you'll need a date field for every day that it was in work in progress. And just imagine what this would be like when a support record has been open for 2 months. Now, this is the same for the entire volume of WIP support calls in the backlog, which makes it extremely difficult to manage and resource. You see, when I think of metrics, I believe there are 2 kinds of metrics. There's fixed point metrics and transient metrics. Fixed point metrics are ones that don't move, like new records created or records resolved. Transient metrics are ones that continually move. Work in progress is an example of a transient metric. It has no fixed point of reference and it keeps moving every second. The best analogy that I can think of for these transient metrics can be likened to random access memory in a computer. You can only ever access or know what information's in RAM when it's actually loaded in real time. Fixed point metrics can be likened to writing a file on a computer's hard drive. You can always know when and where something is when it's stored on a hard drive. Why am I focusing on this? Well, in order to efficiently monitor and manage your support organisation, there's a direct correlation between the relationship of transient and fixed point metrics. Now, the goal of support is to resolve requests as quickly as possible. To achieve this, we need to be able to measure what success looks like, monitor our performance and progress, whilst at the same time manage and influence the work in progress backlog. In other words, we need to convert these transient metrics into fixed point metrics as soon as possible. Well, here at Service Quality, we've not only made this entire process easy, but also seamless, efficient and cost-effective. And it can be yours simply by purchasing the Service Management SnapShot Cherwell mApp, which is available on the mApp store. We've sourced and configured over 180 industry-standard service desk metrics designed to capture your service desk's actual performance on a day-by-day basis. And all of this happens as a simple byproduct of your daily support activities. Yes, that's right. No manual effort or overhead. No data extracts, spreadsheets and pivot tables. No additional reporting tools. No extra licenses or databases or extra servers and infrastructure. It's seamlessly integrated into Cherwell and available at your fingertips anytime and anywhere that you can access Cherwell. This suite of metrics will show you what's coming into the service desk, what's going out, and what's currently in your work in progress backlog. We'll show you how you're performing against your service level targets and even compare them against pre-selected industry benchmarks. That's not all, you'll have access to compare to trends for the same time in the previous year. We'll give you a daily percentile calculation to show you whether you're ahead or behind your previous year's workload and demand. And possibly for the first time, you'll even have access to financial modelling and forecasting data. Utilising industry benchmarks, the Service Management Snapshot will provide helpful estimations of your daily cost per call averages and even provide estimated cost valuations on your entire work in progress backlog. You can calculate the cost of inbound and outbound support per day, and these can be sorted and costed by support channel. You can use these financial indicators strategically to support business cases for service improvement programs or new additions to your service offering. Achieve the long sought after goal of triangulation by correlating the relationship between multiple metrics at the same time within the same object, like new support records, work in progress records, and resolved records. Or you can go one step further by purchasing additional snapshot modules and compare relationships and dependencies for separate processes like incident, knowledge, and customer satisfaction, or change, incident, and problem management. This powerful solution will give you vital information to make quick decisions with lasting results. Imagine making the decision on one day and then seeing a direct result the next day. Constant course correction guarantees that your service targets will be met and exceeded. Just contact Service Quality and this solution can be yours.